At First Choice Bank, we know you can't always make it before the bank closes. With our integrated teller, you can talk to a live person as late as 7 p.m. on weekdays and noon on Saturdays. It's not just an ATM, it's an ITM. First Choice Bank, your choice for banking.
The holidays are coming, and so are your relatives. Room to Room is here to help you get ready for company. Enjoy 50% off on the furniture you need, dining, sleepers, mattresses, and more. Plus 24-month special financing. Company's coming. Get ready at Room to Room Tupelo.
Mississippi's trusted weather experts. This is Mississippi Live Weather at 6.
Well, welcome to Mississippi Live Weather at 6. I hope everyone has had a fantastic Sunday here in North Mississippi. We have definitely felt these beautiful conditions. Had to get through those storms last night, so we appreciate each and every one of y'all who stayed up late with us, putting y'all's lives in our hands as we tried our best to keep y'all safe. I think it went very well last night, and we appreciate all the effort that y'all have put in for us to give back to y'all. But taking a look at those beautiful conditions, we have the calm after the storm. Most of the time it's the calm before the storm. Now we're reaping all those benefits from that cold front we received last night, and thankfully those benefits are going to continue into the work week as well. Fall is staying. It's not just a Sunday thing, maybe into your Monday. This is pretty much an all work week long thing, pretty much actually below average as we continue into the work week. We're going to see that later on in the 7-day forecast by the end of the broadcast. But also, we will have some chilly mornings ahead. I know chilly might be an overstatement, at least to me. When it starts getting those low 50s, mid 50s, and I walk out for my 8 a.m.s, I am feeling cold walking to my car, in my car, walking across campus. We're seeing upper 40s, mid 40s throughout the entire week as well. So in my opinion, I think I'm allowed to say chilly. Maybe y'all don't think that. I just don't do well in the cold. But that is also coming up as we continue into the work week ahead. But let's take a live look all across North Mississippi right now, starting off with Starkville. 66 degrees, feels like 66 as well, but not a cloud in the sky. That is the trend as we look all across North Mississippi due to that high pressure starting to move into our area. That's what's going to keep us cool and calm and pretty much dry as we continue into the work week, but beautiful conditions out there across Starkville campus. I know my parents, they had the windows up and everything. That's how I know that fall is really here in the Edelblut house. Taking a look in Cleveland, 68 degrees, feels like 77, so a big jump, but still feeling really good outside. Went out there just around 7 miles per hour coming out of the northeast. That's what's going to continue pumping in that drier air. We got a bunch of rainfall last night, not really looking to see any more of those rainmakers within the next few days, maybe later on this weekend, but until then we are staying pretty dry. Out here in Edinburgh, 68 degrees, another big jump towards feels like 77, still that 6 miles per hour northeasterly wind, but still feeling amazing no matter where you are here in North Mississippi, and it's going to continue to feel a little bit cooler as we continue into the overnight hours. We can see that here on the first 12, starting off around 58 degrees by 7 o'clock, cooling on off towards the upper 40s by those early AM hours, and we're going to sit and chill in the mid to low 40s by the time we're waking up. I was even covering it up. 7 o'clock, 43 degrees. So I think this calls for a chilly morning ahead. That's just my opinion. I know it'll be a little cold as I get ready for my classes tomorrow morning. But taking a look at Mississippi Live Weather Radar, not looking at anything, and that is a good thing here. I think I accidentally still have those wind reports on and everything, but we are staying dry here in North Mississippi. Definitely a good change of scenery as compared to what we saw last night. So definitely a good thing here, but we are staying dry. We're going to continue as well. But last night I was tracking all those power outages. The good news is definitely looking a little bit different than what they were last night. So y'all have done an excellent job contacting your power association, trying to get those back on. We still have a few out there in Lamar, Marion, and Natala County, but for the most part, we have done a great job getting those powers back on by y'all calling y'all's power association. So that is a good news and good thing to see here across North Mississippi. But let's take a look at Futurecast, just showing what to expect as we continue into the rest of our evening and into work week. That high pressure system, that's going to be what dominates our forecast as we continue not only into our evening, but towards the start of the work week. I think I'm just going to let this play on out. Don't really have much pause points. We're going to see that high pressure system just pretty much move across North Mississippi, and that's what's going to keep us calm, clear, dry, and feeling amazing outdoors. That's going all the way into Monday morning. Starting to see that wind shift just a little bit more, maybe a little breezy start as well. Maybe some cloud cover for us to look up at in the sky as we get ready for our work week, but it is going to feel amazing outdoors pretty much all week long. We can see this on the next 24, showing those sunny conditions, maybe some of that cloud cover trying to move in by the afternoon, but we're starting off in the mid 40s, a chilly start to the day, warming on up towards mid 50s by 9 o'clock, seeing upper 60s by 12. Thankfully, we're pretty pretty much going to sit in the upper 60s, low 70s as our high tomorrow. That trend is going to continue as well before we start cooling on off towards the 6 o'clock broadcast and eventually the 10 o'clock broadcast as well, already back in the 50s. So definitely going to feel amazing all across North Mississippi. We're reaping the benefits from that cold front, and thankfully those benefits are going to continue into the work week ahead. But within the next minute, I'm going to give you an in-depth look on what the start of your work week looks like. We're also going to be talking about those rainfall tropics. Another video from Matt coming in Australia. Going to be a good broadcast here at 6 o'clock time. I'll see you back here in 1 minute.
There is a road laid out for me.
First night here, but Amy seems cool.
Leading down to the river. I am blind, but I need not see.
What do you think?
I know this road is there for me. If I'm really free, take me down to the river and walk.
Hi, my name is Rosie. Regional Rehab Center helps kids like me by offering speech therapy, occupational therapy, and dyslexia therapy. Your support helps so many of us get what we need to grow and succeed. Please help the Rehab Center.
Right now, from the Room to Room Weather Center, here's meteorologist Caleb Edelblut.
Well, thanks for sticking here with us at Mississippi Live Weather at 6. This is the camera out there in Oxford, and we keep talking about fall, these fall-like conditions, beautiful conditions. I feel like this camera just gives the view of fall. The orange glow of the sunset, not much going on in the sky. The blue transitioning to yellow, eventually orange, dark orange, seeing that sunset out in the distance. Beautiful view out here. And a big thanks to the North Mississippi Storm Chasers for not only letting us use these cameras now when it's calm and clear, but especially last night when we have that pretty much severe weather making its way through will be very important as we continue pushing closer and closer towards our fall severe weather season. But same thing out here in Rolling Fork, seeing that sun start to set, 66 degrees, thankfully feels like 66 as well. That wind pretty calm, around 3 miles per hour coming out of the northeast, so still beautiful conditions out there in Rolling Fork. Taking a live look out here in Pontotoc, 64 degrees, still feels like 64. A little bit more of some wind, 8 miles per hour coming out of the northeast, but that's the same trend we're going to see, just that drier air starting to be pumped into North Mississippi. But looking at our day planner, we are starting off pretty cool, around 58 degrees by 8 o'clock, and we're going to continue cooling off, seeing upper 40s by the time we're wrapping up that 10 o'clock broadcast, getting ready for bed at 11, then seeing those mid 40s still by the time we get in those AM hours. It'll be a cool, chilly start to our morning for our Monday. But let's take a look at Futurecast. Seeing that northeasterly wind still kind of breezing across North Mississippi, that's pretty much all we're going to be able to look at here on Futurecast. Definitely still a change of scenery and views. This is what we like to see on radar, and that is nothing. By the time we reach the 10 o'clock broadcast, we're still going to be talking about calm, clear conditions. There's that big H, that high pressure system kind of moving across North Mississippi. That's what's going to keep us calm and clear here and allow us to feel these beautiful conditions, not only today, but into the days coming. Low temperature, still a cool start to Monday. I mean, we're talking about low 40s all across North Mississippi, especially 42 out there in Corinth, 42 Hamilton. I think 42 is the lowest I can spot here. Oh, there we go. Water Valley coming in at 41. So almost seeing upper 30s, definitely below average for this time of year. And I think this is definitely going to be welcomed with open arms with how above average we have been. But of course, it is Sunday night, so got to put in that school day graphic. It's going to be a chilly start for everyone getting ready early, pretty much 43 degrees by the time you are dropping off the kids at school, seeing temperatures around the low 60s by lunchtime, and they are getting out of school in the low 70s. So any after school plans they have, any time they want to hang out with friends, it is going to feel amazing out there for them. That's going to continue into the rest of the work week. Let's get back to Futurecast. Still seeing that big H all across North Mississippi. Thankfully not really covering up anything because it's not allowing much to happen across here. We can start seeing some cloud cover start to push in a little bit Monday around lunchtime. We're still going to see mostly sunny skies, a little brief cloud coverage for us to get something to look at in the sky. Those are quickly dissipating as we head into the evening as well. The wind shifted a little bit more southerly, trying to bring in maybe some more moisture and maybe allow us to feel a little bit muggy, but because of how dry it is, not really going to affect us. Just a change of direction with that wind into your Monday evening. We can see that here with those high temperatures still sitting in the mid 70s all across North Mississippi. Red Bay coming in the lowest around 69 degrees. So definitely going to feel amazing out there. But the good thing is with how dry we are, those heat and seas cooling most of us off, making us feel a little bit better than what those temperatures are reading outside. So we are reaping the benefits from that cold front. It is going to feel amazing into our Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and on. Coming back to Futurecast, we can still see that breeze from the south with that southerly winds. That's going to continue into your Monday evening as well. Cloud cover trying to get closer and closer, but I'm covering up. You can see that little faint blue line. That's another cold front trying to make its way through. We're going to track that out and show it coming into North Mississippi Tuesday in the early morning hours. I think this is a little bit overdone from the models. We're not expecting anywhere near the cold front we had this weekend. I think this is just something to bring in or allow cooler air to stick around here in North Mississippi, bring some spotty showers or two, but not expecting anything strong or severe. That's why by the time you see the 7-day forecast, still around a 20% chance of showers for your Tuesday. But I'd be curious to see how that model updates, especially by the 10 o'clock broadcast. Not expecting anything like this, but that will occur Tuesday morning and throughout the afternoon hours. And then we are seeing dry conditions continue here in North Mississippi. And notice that wind still sticking around that northeasterly wind direction, bringing in that drier air. That continued all the way into your Wednesday morning hours. So it will still continue to feel amazing here in North Mississippi. We can see that here with those high temperatures sticking around the mid 70s. Still see some low 70s pop up. 71 in Red Bay, Iuka, Boonville, up there in the northeastern part of our viewing area. Of course, still, if you go out in the Delta, 78 Greenwood, Belzona, but I know y'all would love those temperatures right now as compared to where y'all have been lately. And those heat and seas still doing some work for y'all, bumping y'all back down towards the mid 70s, still bumping most of us down. So still going to feel a little bit better than what those temperatures are reading outdoors. So it will feel great all across North Mississippi. Let's take a look at that 7-day forecast that I keep mentioning. Notice the normal high and the normal low. We are sitting pretty much below both of those values. So finally seeing below average values here in North Mississippi. We're going to stay dry Monday with those sunny skies. Still going to stay mostly clear as far as cloud cover. 20% chance of rain on your Tuesday, just due to that front trying to bring in some moisture. We're still very dry here in North Mississippi after that cold front moved on through, that high pressure system sitting in. So not expecting anything too crazy with that. Seeing drier conditions Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. But next Saturday, models already showing another line of storms trying to make their way through. But of course, still a long ways out, something that we're going to continue to track out all week long like we did for the past one. So definitely something just to mention and let you know as far as planning next weekend plans or anything. So might have a good chance of some rainfall first Saturday, but then we are going to see those drier conditions Sunday. But notice we are sitting pretty much below average and finally feeling like those fall values are here in North Mississippi. But coming up in 1 minute, I want to talk about all things rainfall, whether that's the rainfall we got last night, rainfall in the tropics, but also give you the latest video on Matt's adventures in Australia. All of that is coming up in 1 minute.
I know you're going through a lot. I wonder if you know that we can get help. Let's see how far we can go. Love, your mind.
Being a parent, especially for the first time, with that comes a lot of self-doubt. As a dad, I just try to lead by example. When you're trying to be the best person that you can be, your kids see that and then they emulate that.
March 24th, 2023 was a normal Friday. You know, we knew the weather was not good, but we needed to take shelter and we didn't have shelter. My husband and almost 2-year-old daughter, Ethan and Riley, they did lose their lives in the storm. We're still recovering from it. We'll always be recovering from it. Matt LaPon cares about the community. He's not just there to collect a paycheck. I feel like Matt LaPon has proven himself trustworthy.
Well, welcome back to Mississippi Live, weather at 6. I know for anyone here in North Mississippi, y'all knew it was an active night here. Taking a look at rainfall totals that we've received within the past 24 hours, you can definitely tell where that line started moving on through North Mississippi. We were tracking all of that out here with y'all late last night. You can see almost getting up to 3 inches, especially in these yellow areas just outside of Columbus, reading around 2.7 inches are some of our Alabama counties around Lamar, 2.2 inches as well. That's been pretty much the average all across North Mississippi, so definitely some much needed rainfall. You can even see out here just west of Chula, 3.9 inches, south of Hollandale, almost 5 as well. So I tried to nick just the red spot right there, so definitely got much needed and very meaningful rainfall here across North Mississippi. Definitely welcomed here with open arms with our dry season and how we just continue to stay dry during this time period in North Mississippi. But there's your rainfall totals within the past 24 hours. But also let's take a look at the tropics as well. Thankfully, they've been pretty quiet, and we can see this here on the tropical satellite, not showing much activity going on, except you're going to see a little disturbance down here just off the coast of Latin America out there, or Central America, and pretty much not going to affect us much as we continue within the next few days. It is a disturbance right now, pretty much a low chance of formation within the next 24 hours, around 30%. But within the next 7 days, they do have a 70% chance of formation. But taking a look at that direction, not really going to affect us here in the southeast at all. Pretty much just looking to make a name towards Latin America, but want to make sure to keep y'all updated on everything going on in the tropics, especially because we're getting closer and closer towards the end. And with how quiet it's been, we would like to keep it that way. But before you go, I want to show you the latest video that Matt has on his adventures in Australia. I know this one's definitely going to be a good one. I saw a sneak peek. Let's check it out.
Okay, we're about to take off for our helicopter tour here as part of our Wonders of Australia tour of the Great Barrier Reef. So I'm going to get you inside.
So I had never ridden in a helicopter before this, so I was expecting to be a little choppier than it was. Maybe that's just the chopper thing. Anyway, as we got up, the colors certainly were beautiful. I expected them to actually be a little bit more vivid, but because of the way the sunlight goes into the water and the absorption and scattering of the light in the water, it just doesn't look quite as vivid as maybe the pictures that you expect to see. But as we flew over it, you could see definitely a flurry of life there, especially at the edges where the water was breaking more effectively. Now, our pilot was like, hey, look at the shark down there. I'll be honest, I had a really difficult time spotting stuff like that. I was able to see a few sea turtles. I didn't get great video of it, so I apologize for that, but it was just incredible look at this area, this interactive point in the ocean where about 25% of the overall biodiversity of the entire ocean is in this Great Barrier Reef system. So it was just incredible to do this flyover, something that, I mean, if I were planning this myself, I probably wouldn't have paid the money for, but because it was kind of part of the overall package, it was just an incredible experience and something I'll remember my entire life. Reporting from the Great Barrier Reef in Australia, I'm Chief Meteorologist Matt Lawpon for Mississippi Live Weather.
There we go. I always mute myself. Let me make sure I do this right here. Coming up here. But there's your latest look. I never realized how bad I wanted to fly in a helicopter until watching that video. So definitely going to add that to the bucket list. But here are the QR codes for both the iOS and Android app towards the Mississippi Live Weather app. We appreciate all the support you've given us and definitely very useful for nights we've had last night and for nights that we could have coming up, especially as we continue further into our fall season and seeing that second severe weather season coming up quick here in North Mississippi. But we are still on our weekend schedule, so I'll be live later on tonight at 10. Definitely excited to see the latest model runs for those rain chances on Tuesday as that second front comes through. Again, nothing anywhere near what we experienced last night, just a chance for us to continue getting some brief rainfall here in North Mississippi. But I hope y'all have enjoyed y'all Sunday. Go out, enjoy the rest of it. It is beautiful outdoors. Y'all go out back and enjoy the rest of the day. And I'll see y'all live later on tonight at 10 in the Room to Room Weather Center.
Even the mighty might not see it coming. It's prediabetes, and it captures 1 in 3 adults. but you can escape. Take the 1-minute pre-diabetes risk test to know where you stand and prevent or delay type 2 diabetes. Be your own hero on smartphones everywhere at doihaveprediabetes.org.